Hello, welcome to the Soulprint Weekly Pick Your Crystal reading. This is for January 30th through February 5th. We have finished the month of January. We are now moving into February, and hopefully that brings a new energy. All right, so here we go. Today, the pendants of choice are. Now, this is a really beautiful, it is a clear quartz pendant. It has I believe it's a smoky quartz accent piece and rubies on the side. It's really beautiful, lovely pendant. This one is a circle. It's a circular crystal or with black stones, and I'm just going to call this circular black. Those of you who are practice Reiki may recognize this sort of as a part of one of the symbols. And this is a beautiful, simple moonstone. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so here we go. Take a moment and see which crystal or crystals are calling out to you. And let us get started. It's a little hard to see. All right, here we go. Start with the clear and smoky quartz with ruby. Here we go. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Magician. Okay. So, the story these cards are telling is really about moving from a place where there is struggle and difficulty. And this can be physical, but don't forget, it can also be, mental. It can be your thoughts. It can be the things that you're telling yourself or the things that others are telling you that you sort of believe without question. But irregardless, you are moving from a place that is more difficult, and you are making the conscious decision and choice to move forward in a direction that takes you to a better, calmer place, a place that is, frankly, more beneficial to you, more in keeping with what you want your life to look like and reflect. Followed by the Six of Pentacles is nice because it's talking about the help being there. It's talking about whether you are giving help to somebody or whether you are receiving help. It is a card about finding balance, but it is also a card about charity. And so this, interestingly, the message I get from this is to be charitable to yourself. Bring balance and kindness to your thoughts, to your ideas, to your pathways moving you forward. When you do that, when you recognize that that is going to be a powerful and productive way to move forward, that is when the Ace of Cups makes itself known. And so the Ace of Cups brings you that new beginning, that sort of new lease, that new energy to move forward in a way that is emotionally satisfying, that is emotionally fulfilling, that brings you to a place where you are ready and prepared to recognize and give voice to the magician inside you, to accept the magic that comes your way, to accept the blessings, whether those blessings are thoughts or words, whether they're legal or they're ideas, whether it is love or whether it is money. All of these blessings are there for you when you choose to stay in a place that is mentally positive, loving, and happy, and you are kinder to yourself and the thoughts that you are thinking, that you bring those into balance. Nobody is, 100% one way or the other. We are all kind of on a spectrum, right? But sometimes when it comes to our own thoughts, we can be particularly harsh. In fact, harsh to the point where if a friend came to us with, their problem and it was your problem that they were giving voice to, if you understand what I'm saying, you would never, never be as harsh or as critical of them as you are of yourself. And as long as you forget to be charitable, forget to remember that you are deserving of your own kindness, you create an energy block which then does not allow the joy, the happiness, the love, the good emotions to take you to a place of blessings and magic. This really is a reminder of how incredibly powerful your thoughts are and how to ensure that your thoughts are the thoughts that are most productive for you. And here's this beautiful circular black crystals. Sit like that so you can see it. Beautiful. Okay. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Four of Wands. And the Well. Okay. So, again, for those of you who may be new to this channel or have not received the Well in one of your Pick Your Crystal weekly readings before, the Well is the 22nd of 23 cards of the High Arcana that are in the deck that I use called Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot Deck by Matt Hughes. And the Well is about ideas, imagination, transformation. It is about things that are birthed, things that are brought forward from creation, from the Creator and from your own creation. It is the knowledge that flows to those who seek the opportunity, the creativity, the nurturing. That's what this is about. And so these cards are telling a story about how you're going to get there. So the Two of Wands is talking about sort of, you know what, I almost want to say like a writer's block, okay? And I'm not suggesting that every one of you out there are writers or that you should become writers if you pick this crystal, but what I am saying, it is that feeling of sort of pause, of waiting, of your ideas or your thoughts not, sort of having not reached, I almost want to say like a place or a space where you can clearly move forward, where you know what your direction is, where you know and understanding where you want to take a certain situation. But with the Ace of Wands coming along behind the two, it is assuring you that which you seek will come forward. And whether that, but you got 3 wands here, okay? So wands are about, words and actions. It's about communications, all kinds of communications. It is about speaking and hearing. So these 3 cards are literally talking about knowing and recognizing that it is okay. It is okay to be in this place of stillness, to be in this place of thought, of waiting, of hearing your words. and knowing that when the call to action happens, you will be clear-headed enough. You will have given yourself the time and the space to gain that clarity, and that is when you're going to move forward. And when you move forward, that is where you're going to get amazing results. You're going to get really good news. There's going to be happiness, success, celebration coming from this forward movement as you get your thoughts in order, and then you are ready. When it really does feel like a call to action, when something inspires you, a lightning bolt from the sky, a message that you receive, whatever it is, but that is going to take you down a pathway where there is going to be celebration, happiness, fruitfulness, abundance. It is about moving forward in a way that is bringing you and your life into a place of alignment in terms of bringing in the good news and the good blessings. And with the well here, this really does feel very, I almost want to use the word organic. It's a feeling of recognizing that because you took the time to just step back and relax, because you didn't rush in willy-nilly, but you waited until the timing was right, you brought forward blessings into your life. Maybe this is support. Maybe it's the support of a family or friends or people who have come together as a community. But that has then led you to this place of creation, of growth, of new beginnings, new starts, new ideas, new ways of looking at things. And therein lies the greatest blessings of all. When you are able to connect with the creative force, the divine creative force, your own creative force, universal creative force, and bring something new, whether it is a new piece of art, whether it is a new way of looking at things, whether it is a energy that just starts those creative juices flowing in whatever this situation talks about. But there are blessings on the way because you've taken the time to be still and listen and wait until you are truly inspired to move forward, or you have clarity about how you're moving forward. And knowing that you're not in this alone, there is support and there is happiness coming for you. And it really is going to take you to an amazing, amazing place of growth, creative growth, clarity, and understanding. Lovely. And this moon quartz, it's beautiful. Okay. And let's take a look at what the message of the moon quartz. So, okay, we have the 10 of Wands. We have Judgment. We have the King of Wands. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So, the energy of these cards is telling a story of evaluation, of taking the time to evaluate, to make sure that your thoughts are not creating for you a burden that is not necessary for you to carry. The Judgment card is twofold. In some case, it is about not being judged as much as about reflecting on how you view your life up till now, or your certain events that have played a role, something that is currently going on perhaps, where you are questioning your own judgment, where you're questioning whether, you have the right of it or wrong of it. The reality is this judgment brings you blessings, that are karmic, both for the good and the bad. The bad would indicate that it's time for you to evaluate, to think about your thoughts and make sure that they're in alignment with the King of Cups, of love, of charity, of peace, of hopefulness, of an open heart. It also brings you blessings, karmic blessings of a very good kind that help you move towards this place where your heart is more open, where you are more willing to receive the blessings that are out there. And this is really important. You know why? Because the Wheel of Fortune is sitting right here, ready to change your fortunes for the better, ready to bring you blessings in areas of your life perhaps that you haven't even thought of or considered. But it is really important that you release those thoughts, ideas, attitudes, or behaviors that are creating a burden in your life, that are making your day-to-day journey harder and more of a struggle than it needs to be. You know, sometimes we allow our thoughts to sort of whip us up into this place where we can't even see clearly. We just feel like we're carrying the weight of the world. It's time to release that behavior. It's time to bring a kindness and a gentleness, because you're being really encouraged, because the King of Cups can bring you all the emotional blessings that your heart desires to shift your fortunes for the better. But it can't do that. The Wheel of Fortune can't come and bring you blessings if your headspace is not about blessings, if your headspace is about burdens and worry. How do the blessings get there? So this is a time of quiet reflection. This is a time of being kind to yourself, evaluating where you're putting your energy, where you're spending your energy. You know, honestly, who you're talking to, what you're communicating. And if it is not in your best interest, it's not in your highest interest, if it's not in the highest interest of people, the others who are hearing those words, maybe it's time to let it go. Fill your heart with love, faith, trust, belief, and let those energies materialize this good fortune, the blessings of the Wheel of Fortune, allowing them to come forward and be manifested in your life. All right. So again, thank you so very much for being here. And once again, if you are looking for a private reading, there is information in the drop box below the video. So thank you for being here this week. I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care now. Bye-bye.